Hi, welcome back with me again, Shazan Zikri on Shazi.tv. So, second episode for Sembang Kencang podcast kali ni. Hi, how are you?
Yo, what's up, man? How are you doing?
You good? You good? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yes. So, to those who don't know, Ruvenesh is one of my close friends, my best friend. We've been friends for how many years now? It's been more than 10 years, right? I think. Right?
Since 2012?
2012? No, dude, way before that. I think 2009, 2010 we
10.
became friends. So I think
see.
it's been more than 10 years lah, right? Right, dude. To those who's watching
Right.
at the moment, they may not know who you are. Would you mind if you
Right.
can introduce yourself a bit?
So, guys, what's up, guys? How you all doing? Okay, so today I'm here with my great friend here, Shaz, right? So he invited me to this podcast to have a talk on his topic. So my name is Ruven and I'm 23 this year. Just passed my birthday like a few weeks back. And also for my background, if you guys want to know, working as a frontliner in a quarantine station. I do stream on Facebook. At this moment, not much yet, but I do stream. So you guys wanna check out my stream, you guys can drop into Shah's podcast.
Right.
Check
I'll
out the
definitely
link.
at the end of the thing,
Yeah.
I'll put your streaming account as well, man. Don't worry.
Okay, you
So
guys
tengok lah
can
sekali.
check it
So
out.
Ruvenesh ni memang he's a gamer. Dia memang gila game. Dia memang kalau boleh setiap malam dia akan main game, akan stream. That's just his hobby. And he actually just bought.
What Shaz meant by gaming gila tu, kalau you all want to know, is like gaming gila tu, the gaming gila lain macam lah. So gaming gila tu, if you all realize now there's no PlayStation 5 outside in the stores. So me and Shaz had a talk about it on, dude, can we get a PS5 together?
Exactly. I wanted to buy. I still remember when they restocked it for the second batch. I wanted to buy, but then when I clicked on the link, it's sold out. I was so disappointed, man.
So what happened was me and Shaz decided, all right, we'll get it together. We'll get it together with our others, all our other friends. We'll go together to the shop and get it. So what happened was, being a slightly retarded gamer who likes to get all of the consoles, I started finding a PS5, and I ended up in Shopee. Right? You guys might think, wow, Shopee, this guy's so brave. One buy in Shopee. Okay, guys, relax.
You freaking paid twice the price, man.
All right. So he meant by a gamer gila tu memanglah gila. Sebab I pergi Shopee, I nampak PlayStation 5 digital version 3.3K, and yes, you guys might think, oh, he might have not checked out. Yes, I did check out, guys. Alright, I top up my Shopee Pay and I checked out. Yeah, right.
Aku ni dengki kat engkau. Aku cakap engkau agak-agak benda tu scam.
Syaz tu satu hari I tanya, Syaz, benda ni macam mana Syaz? Dah sampai ke tak? Syaz tu cakap memang scam lah tu, tak dapat. Aku pun dah macam, alah, tengok je lah macam mana. Sampai juga harinya, the next day.
Do you actually know what you're going to talk about today? You don't know, right?
You're about to come with me at the topic right now in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot straight away, man. Because I know you're quite good at talking, so you could just talk about anything. Good one there. I actually, because you mentioned tadi kan, obviously I know, but you mentioned that you are a frontliner. You're working at a hotel, right? At the moment, aren't you, right? So you're working as a front desk. What do you call it as someone who's working at a receptionist?
Okay, different hotels have different way of calling. Some call them as guest service agent. Some call it as front office assistant. So
what are you?
The thing is all same. I would like to just say it's a guest service agent. Guest service agent because I assist the guests. I do check-ins for quarantine guests and regular guests. Haven't naik pangkat lagi lah. Tunggulah lagi 2-3 tahun baru nak naik pangkat. Naik pangkat pun naik supervisor je.
We can talk about the whole MCO process, like your experience, what were the things that you had to do at the time, or even now, because we are still under MCO, you know what I mean,
Yeah, we're
2.0,
still on
which is
the
so,
MCO,
so
and
sad,
it's
right?
been extended. It's been extended.
Until the end of the month, until the 18th, which
Yeah,
I doubt is going to be until the
18.
18th.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sure
it's
it's
going
going
to
to
be
be
extended
until
again.
the end of the month at least, right? How do you feel like working as a frontliner? Isn't it risky?
Okay, if you're speaking my experience working as a
Uh-uh.
frontliner, I
Mm.
definitely feel great working as a frontliner, serving those people out there.
Mm.
Because if you aren't
You
there,
tak takut ke? Tak takut ke macam dah hotel, dah you kata
uh,
you punya hotel tu quarantine hotel betul?
yeah,
Dah
betul betul.
dengan
So
orang masuk, setiap kali orang masuk kau kat situ kau kena handle. Kau pakai PPE ke?
we wear full PPE and loose PPE, so that depends on the situation.
Hmm.
But mask, face shield, gloves, shoe
That's
covers are
definitely
all
mandatory lah.
compulsory.
Quite of an interesting topic to talk about because
Okay.
obviously last year kan, this whole COVID tiba-tiba datang kan, tiba-tiba serang
Mm-hmm.
tau. So masa tu kau tengah kerja, so macam mana benda tu, obviously masa tu kerja kau kena stop ke macam mana the first week of MCO tu
Okay,
macam mana?
okay, let's start it from the MCO 1.0 lah.
That's right.
That last year March, all right?
Uh-uh.
So let's start from the first day lah when we heard that thing.
Uh-uh.
All right, so when we heard that thing, I was actually scared
Mm.
because the virus, we didn't know how it started to affect. It just came.
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
then I was actually contemplating. So I told I'll be off duty for a while.
Oh.
And then it went. I had retrenchment. All right. I had retrenchment.
Uh-huh.
So as days passed, I had retrenchment from the same hotel. Days passed, man was just at home, chilling, playing game.
Tapi masa tu
So it
masih
was
ada orang kerja
just
lagi ke macam mana? Ke memang tak ada siapa
ada.
kerja? Ada
Only
lah.
selected higher superiors are working at that time, such as duty managers, supervisors, managers,
So meaning to
all
say
those
when
higher
they
superiors.
announce the MCO, so they retrench you straight away ke ataupun you kena masih kerja the first few days tu kena kerja ke macam mana?
Kita kena first 3 days, then
Ha.
due to certain SOPs, there was a notice saying that certain staffs have to go on unpaid leaves.
Ha.
As for me, I got advice from my parents. They told me to be aware, to stay at home first. We can decide later on. So in that case, I had to make a decision.
Hmm.
So the hotel actually called me back.
Ha.
They were on process of retrenchment, so they called me back. And I told, at the moment, I don't want to take the risk because I'm not sure how things are going to go.
Right.
And then actually, as days pass, when the hotel changed the quarantine station, I noticed that people are working there.
Uh-uh.
The risk they take to help out the people who's coming up from Singapore or wherever, which state they're coming in.
Hmm.
And then few months pass, and we were actually scared about getting infected or anything. But when I realized that there was nothing in the hotel and everything, so I was waiting. My manager told that she would call me back, so I was waiting. And exactly around 3 or 4 months later, she called me back, but she told me I could just work as a part time for time being. It what she mean by part time is the flow as a part time, but as a full timer. Like you
Hmm.
work every day with one off day. It's just the same flow. It's just that the working period will be a part timer period lah, but still
Right.
I'm a full timer, but yet we still have to take the part-time form, blah blah, so on. But it's just tu semua pasal gaji kita lah, tu je, nothing else regarding the work period lah. And
Hmm.
also, if you all understand part-timer, is that we can take off anytime,
Hmm.
we can go to work anytime. But my
Hmm.
one is not like can take off anytime, can go work anytime.
Hmm.
Mine is like during that check-in period when there's guests and everything, you work. Once everything is cleared out of the hotel, okay, you guys want to work, you can work. If not, you can go on a holiday.
Hmm.
So for me, in that case, yeah, I did work. I didn't like go on holidays or anything often until MCO 2.0 when they stated there's 7 days and 10 days stay instead of 14 days.
Uh-uh.
Excuse me. After that, I had quite long.
Hmm.
So during that period, I actually take off like this 1 week and all just to spend time with my mom, as my dad is still in Singapore and I haven't seen him for almost a year.
Right. Yeah.
So just to be with my mom and everything. So I had to do what I'm supposed to do lah. Take off, stay with her, and I have lots of cats here with my amazing cuties. So kenalah jaga dia orang sekali.
You kena retrench, apa you rasa macam tak rasa macam frust sebab tiba-tiba, faham tak? Sebab I faham memang ramai, not only just you, kawan-kawan I lain ataupun yang orang-orang I kenal, macam I baca dekat mana-mana, dekat Facebook ke Twitter, ada orang kata ramai kena retrench sebab the company couldn't afford to pay them, kan? How do you feel at the time? Macam mana tiba-tiba dapat kata, kena retrench, kau tak frust ke?
Okay, frustration. Yeah, there was frustration because that was my first job. Okay, what's
first
the
job?
funny
First job
thing?
First job?
That was my first job. Hotel,
Oh,
yes.
right.
Okay,
Lupa.
the funny thing, I entered my job May 13, 2019, and I got retrenched at May 19, 2021.
May 13, you tahu May 13 apa? Rusuhan.
What's that?
May 13 punya tragedy jadi kat Malaysia, tak ingat? Tahu tak May 13 apa?
Nah, I can't really get it in my mind right now. So sometimes kita kena reda lah dengan apa yang berlaku tu, because this is for us to be safe, because we don't know what's the effect at first until like a few months past, then we understand how is the movement and everything, which made it easier to identify things and everything. So which I was a bit a bit okay with going back to work, to serving people again. So, and I didn't hate my job. At times there are frustration during jobs. There will be like too much of I would say negativity, positivity. So I really don't mind that, because there are ups and downs definitely. So I just went through it, and it feels great to help people out there. And I mix around with the KKMs, the APMs, the police, and everything. We have really good frontliners. It was great. Like, it has been a great journey being a frontliner, especially in a hotel. Because my hotel is the biggest hotel here that's taking the quantity of people, which it has the most rooms to take
How
in
many
the
rooms?
people. I think almost 664
600 rooms. Wow,
600
okay.
rooms.
Yeah.
At times they don't open every rooms. They open like 3/4 of it.
Right.
So no matter what, it's still a risk. But we, as a frontliner, we just do what we have to do to save people out there. Because if there's no hotel or people to come back and stay, they're going to risk their family. I mean, if let's say we don't have hotel, we send people home, they might risk their family. Touch wood, let's say they are positive.
Yeah, right.
They have kids at home. Then we never know. They might be negative, they might be positive. So, but the percentage of them not getting the positivity will be lesser, because this thing spreads in very weird way. Sometimes you don't have symptoms and it's already in you. So it's just like that. So having a place for them to quarantine, save themselves, and recover is actually it's a good way to prevent more spreadings and everything. And to be honest, during all the check-ins, I'm the one who do the check-ins outside with my manager. I've checked in so many. To be honest, my hotel do have positive cases and everything, but at times, once they know, they transfer them to the hospital. At the end of the quarantine and check up.
So banyak kali lah ni kau kena close contact.
I got a lot. Close contacts are a lot. But going through it, being close contact and touch wood, I didn't get anything. It's like, not to say risking, but it's just like macam, it's my duty to be there for people. And it's great. Dia macam mana check up tau. It's like can't think. It's like when I do the job, I do it full-heartedly, not like maki-maki or like.
Mana tahu kat depan-depan je dekat depan front desk kau baik-baik lah, belakang.
I mean, to be honest, there are guests who makes us frustrated. To be honest, there are a lot of guests who makes us frustrated. Definitely, if you ask every hotelier in this world, there are guests who makes us frustrated. But that is it. that is how our working journey is. To be honest, yeah, we have quarrels and everything, but it's just there only. I haven't full retouch a lot of time. My colleagues all know whenever I speak to guests. And sekarang now it's just a 7 days, 10 days stay. So it's a faster process of people quarantining. I cuti for 1 week at the moment. Then the coming Monday, I'm studying back.
Oh.
So from coming Monday until next arrival finishes, I'll be working. After that, I'll be on another week of
Next arrival
holiday.
maksudnya apa? Tak faham. Maksudnya next arrival of what?
Quarantine take-ins.
It goes per
Arrival,
batch ke macam mana?
dia bukan batch, dia pergi hotel by hotel. Kan kita
Oh.
ada banyak hotel. So a lot of hotel in JB takes in quarantine. So dia ikut hotel lah, kita ikut turn. So I tak pasti bila kita punya turn. So bila ada turn, dia basically habis dalam 4-5 hari. The thing is, we have to wait at least a month after the arrival, which we have to work for 4-5 days during arrival, then wait for another month. So during that period, after the quarantine all check-in by, we have to assist the guests. Like they will request a lot of things, coffee, tea, sugars, checking on their food and everything. So we have to assist them lah. So due to that, we still have to work. But for the part-timers, manager gives us to just take off and everything. So I do usually take off just to stay with my mom lah, and just have some fun time at home.
How does this whole MCO affect you? Do you get affected by it?
To be honest, yes. Memang rasa tepu lah duduk rumah main game pun sampai tak tahu nak main game apa.
Betul tu kan. I don't
Watch
know man,
Netflix.
it was a very sudden one. And suddenly macam duduk rumah tak boleh keluar terperap. Obviously, I think you know me, I couldn't really stay in for too long.
Yeah.
Kalau memang aku stress gila lah. So macam all these things, I feel macam MCO tu teruk gila tu for me.
Yeah, because that's our first time, getting
Yeah.
into such state. We took some time to adapt to it. Definitely something we want to, look forward to in the future to explain to all our kids.
Grandchildren lah.
We're going to tell we are goddamn warriors lah, coming out from post-apocalypse pandemic. We must make them play Resident Evil. Then tell them that's your dad coming out killing
this
zombies.
one is way scarier, man. Lagi gila daripada Resident Evil.
Sebab benda ni kita tak tahu macam mana dia attack.
The whole thing started in November 2019, but it started to get into Malaysia because of this from Singapore, I think. Daripada Singapore, seorang ni bawa dari Singapore masuk. In January. I still remember though, masa I was scrolling Twitter sebab at the time I was at home and had all my family members around because masa tu abang aku nak nikah tau. Bukan nikah, I mean nak get engaged, right? I was scrolling through Twitter lah, right? And then I saw about all this news lah about COVID-19 and everything. And then I was hoping, I still remember I was really hoping that it wouldn't come into Malaysia, Macam, okay lah, if it's just in China, let it be in China, please lah. Then suddenly the next 2 months after, satu dunia, man, the whole world got affected by it. What a crazy time lah. And then I was so frustrated. I was so worried at the same time because of the whole thing. Macam suddenly benda tu, and then you couldn't go out. And then I still remember when I had to go to the supermarket to buy groceries. I was so sad, man. I was telling myself, it was so sad to see the condition like this, Then suddenly tengok kat mall tu senyap je. Aku macam, crazy, man.
The experience is really bad. The first time when I want to go out to a mall, when people started to look at me really weirdly, and that's the time when I decided to paint my goddamn hair red. Remember? Nothing to do MCO, nak cat rambut merah. Aku pun pergi nak beli apa? Nak beli cat rambut. I tell you, go there, senyap gila sial, the mall. Jalan macam post-apocalypse mall like that. definitely I felt depressed, but I had friends, you guys, to entertain me. Kalau sendiri, if I'm alone playing alone without any communication, yes, memang depressed gila, lain macam lah.
I did have classes and everything because at the time I
Okay.
was still doing my degree. So adalah
Right.
kelas semua, tapi again tau, macam faham tak, nak buat kelas, online classes, online class sucks dude. It's not easy, man.
True, true.
I'm a bit old school where I prefer face-to-face class, right? Because
You're same
I feel
like
like it's
me, to
more,
be honest.
yeah, it's more
You're same
effective,
like
and then it's more effective, more efficient, and I feel macam lagi better lah. You would understand better, and that's this whole online thingy, right? You just at home, you just turn on your laptop, buka your class, Zoom ke apa kan?
me.
Tapi they would still expect us to pay full fees, you see? Mengarut tak? It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I find it very
yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, there's no need for us to pay full fees, you see, because we didn't use any of the facilities pun apa tau. Tak kena langsung. And then
I know.
kena bayar, dah lah. Yelah, untuk duduk kat rumah je macam tu mahal kot. Because we did a petition lah kan. But then macam, I don't know, they didn't seem to care about it, you know, which is very sad, you know. Because aku dapat tahu, like macam my other friends, from other universities, right? They managed to get at least a refund lah. Maybe not 100%, but at least just a bit, you know. For me, macam if you tak charge the resources fees, then it's fine. Because resources pun dah mahal. And kita orang guna, mau pergi campus, faham tak? At least tolak yang tu. If you tolak that one, is good enough lah. I mean, with all the technologies we have now, macam you could do anything with it, right? But then again, macam there are things which I feel macam tak semua benda, not every technology that we have that would work well for us.
Okay.
Nowadays, macam you boleh nampak banyak e-book semua, macam buku-buku, like the physical books, like slowly dah tak ada nanti in the future, which is sad because I feel like I prefer to read a book, like macam a physical book rather than tengok dekat screen, sebab tu kau tengok screen sakit mata tau, betul tak? I was lucky enough because there were actually several projects going on for me, like macam I did with my director, we did a short film, right? We did it remotely lah, which we both had never done before. It's something new for us. Tiba-tiba yang ni, like you gotta do everything alone now, faham tak? So at the time, I still remember, my director contacted me saying that, oh, he has a project for me. Would you be up for it? I cakap, yeah, why not, right? Let's just try something new. So macam what we did, I still remember what we did. We will go on FaceTime the first few days to go through the script, go through the story, whatever. And then macam lepas tu, we'll set up lah, macam I'll show him around lah the house, macam okay, which part of the house that you want to use semua kan. For the story, itu susah lah sebab I had to operate the camera myself. I had to like macam betul-betul kena, faham tak? Macam kau kena act, kau kena jadi videographer sekali, kau pun kira you have to like, yes, I have my director there to direct me, but also you have to direct yourself juga tau, faham tak? Sebab it's not an easy process lah, but we managed to do it lah, you know? Right until today, actually, I think last week we just did another short film which was done remotely. I think that's the future lah, tapi it's something which I would prefer not to do so much, as in like macam it's best to just be there physically and we would do things together, you know. Like today, sometimes aku terfikir, macam betul ke like we actually are going through a pandemic, faham tak? Macam still tak boleh percaya, faham tak?
This whole thing happened, what I can say is definitely people tend to wash their hands more, learn more like towards healthy living style.
Right, yeah.
Because when the mask came into play, you're already being secured from all those weird kind of germs and virus, wearing gloves, like more towards healthy resurrection lah. Let's say, you resurrect yourself being even more healthy. So as for me, it's definitely there are negative, positive, but for lifestyle wise, it's definitely a dub. And then also with all these SOPs and rules that's coming out, making people even more disciplined to how they have to handle life. Now, even myself, let's say if my workplace they didn't give me a letter or anything, I definitely ask them, if you give me a letter, I come to work. If you don't give a letter, I can't come to work. What if there's a police block? It's already part of our lifestyle already.
Kan, we have to just live with it.
We don't know How long more is this thing gonna go?
You know what? I feel like all this while we've been living in a world that has been going super fast.
Tell me
So I
how
feel like
fast was 2021? It's
Huh?
already February 1st. How fast is 2021? It's already February
exactly. We
1st.
keep saying that, man. We keep that. I mean, all these years we keep saying like macam, wah tak rasa this year macam cepat gila It's good to have like macam a pause for a while, you know, macam so that we could just sit down and maybe reflect on ourselves, reflect on things that we've done before or the things that we want to do in the future. Just hoping that it wouldn't last for long. Otherwise, just susah lah. Because otherwise, it would definitely stop everything, man. We'll put everything on hold, dude.
To be honest, this can only be decided when the vaccine is released. Okay, let me share you this story one. My dad called earlier today morning. He just received his first vaccine in Singapore.
I thought they would prioritize the locals first.
Okay, basically they prioritize frontliners first in Singapore. Frontliners.
Oh,
My dad is a bus supervisor, so he drives bus. And the thing is, they prioritize all frontliners first, especially the ones that taking passengers on and off, who's always close contact with them. But to be honest, Singapore is clear, man. You know why I'm telling they're clear? Because they open theater. My dad says, okay, I'm going to get vaccine and I'm going to watch movie. My man just went to the theater.
I mean, you were doing so well, remember? June, from June onwards, right until the Sabah punya election dan hancur, faham tak? Considered as one of the best Asian countries, man. That
Yeah,
was,
we already beat everyone.
What did your dad say about it? I mean, the vaccine.
It will take time to process. 2 to 3
memang,
days
memang.
later on.
I ada terbaca juga ada orang cakap macam diorang dah ambil the vaccine, right? The first jab. For the first jab tu, some of them macam rasa macam a bit ada side effect lah. I mean, I tak tahu. This is what I read.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people who side effects.
I mean, Malaysia should be receiving the
March.
first batch end of this month.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. No, at first they were saying that it's supposed to be early February, if I'm not mistaken lah. But then I don't know what happened. They push it to March. Then now I baca macam end of February. Usually vaccine will take years, you know, to develop.
Yeah.
But this time macam cepat juga kan. Less than a year dah macam dah dapat, faham tak? Which is great lah. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast today. Bye bye. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye.